this was probably my worst bouldering session I've ever had. Usually I feel good after a climbing session and I feel energetic and like I enjoyed the session and like I want to keep climbing, but today I just felt so disappointed. This was definitely unlike any other session I've had, and you'll find out why at the end of the video. But nevertheless, I still had a few climbs that I was proud of at least, so hope you enjoyed the video. So I started out with the V0. I think it was pretty easy. I was also trying to have good technique, like I'm trying to keep only one foot on the wall at a time, and I'm trying to keep my arms straight even though I wasn't doing a perfect job, but I was trying. This wouldn't be a chalk feet video if I didn't ask you all to subscribe, so please subscribe. It really helps me out a lot, and it's free and you can always change your mind later. I really appreciate any likes and comments as well because it helps me out as a new YouTuber. Thank you all for the support, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, this is the exact same V unknown that I tried in the last video. This is a pretty tough boulder. Comment down below what grade you think it is. I honestly still don't know, but it was still pretty hard, especially in the beginning. I don't know why this beginning is so hard, but it's just really hard to hold on. Now I decided to do this really cool V2 Plus, and I thought this was a very interesting boulder. I actually lost my balance there and I thought I was about to fall, but I was able to hold on. And I lost my balance there as well, so I actually almost fell off this boulder twice. But I managed to top it out, which is cool. Okay, beyond whatever else happens in this video, I have to be honest, I was really proud of that flash. That was a V2 Plus. I have never flashed a V2 Plus in my life. I've only done one other V2 Plus, and to be honest, it was really easy. So that was a really, really cool flash. That was also one of the first routes I did where the holds actually felt like rocks. The holds were really sharp. They were shaped like real rocks. It didn't feel like jugs or like crimps or like any of the usual holds that you see in a climbing gym. It felt like just real terrain, which is really, really cool. So hopefully there's some more routes out like that. That was pretty fun. Now I decided to do this V3, and the overhang here is very steep, especially this part in the beginning, so it's really hard to hold on. You'll see my legs swing out in a second because that's like vertical position right there. That's why it's hard to hold on. Okay, honestly, I was pretty disappointed after that black V3. I feel like if I was just a little bit stronger, I could have maybe held out a campus for a bit longer until I could reach up one or two more holds and get my feet up. And then honestly, once I got my feet up after that part that I was hanging off from, I probably could have scrambled my way up to the top. But it just didn't work that time. Yeah, honestly, I feel like on a better day, I could have gotten that black one, but I guess I just wasn't feeling the best and it just wasn't meant to be today, but it's okay. Hopefully I'll get it one day. I will say this orange V1 Plus had very sharp holds. They were hard on your skin, so I kind of had to go fast. Although they were very easy to grab, I have to say. Still, the overhang at the beginning was pretty difficult, but I managed to top this one out pretty easily. And it's always hard to climb down overhangs, so I almost fell, but I got it. Okay, so a lot of you may be wondering, why was this my worst climbing session ever? And honestly, it's because this is off screen because, well, it wasn't very obvious when I was climbing, but I actually felt a ton of pain in my elbow tendon when I was climbing. This is the same one that was injured around a week ago. It doesn't really make much sense because I had just went to the gym a few days ago and it felt completely fine. Not completely fine, but pretty much fine the whole time. There's barely any pain. There was just like a little bit of discomfort. But today it was honestly in a lot of pain at the end of the session. I didn't think that I went too hard or did any grades that were too high or didn't really warm up properly. I still warmed up. I still did a few V0s and V1s, which is usually how I warm up. By the way, if you know any better ways to warm up, I would love to hear them in the comments because I'm not super good at warming up yet. But yeah, it was really disappointing to feel pain in my arm again. That means I have to probably wait another week until I can climb, or at least a pretty long time, because my elbow needs time to heal more. I thought it definitely had already been healed, but I guess I was wrong. And that happens sometimes. It's just part of climbing and part of being a new climber and having your tendons adjust to the difficulties of pulling yourself up walls for a long time. So it's okay. At the end of the day, I plan on just resting it out and filming some more content and doing some other things while I wait until I can go back to the gym. But it is pretty disappointing. I really didn't want to be injured, and I really hope that I could keep doing hard grades and try to push past my limits and do, you know, harder grades in V3s and stuff like that, and keep improving as a climber. But it's also important to just give it a break when you feel injured, of course. So I'm probably gonna start doing some rehab exercises now to try to build up the strength of my tendon, because I heard that's a good way to kind of work your way back up to being able to climb again. And then I'll try to go climbing again when I feel like I probably won't have any pain. So yeah, that was definitely a pretty disappointing climbing session, but I'm still proud of the few sends and flashes that I had. It's always nice to flash something when you go to a gym, even if it's a pretty low grade. And I still got some content to post to YouTube, so at least I got something out of it. But yeah, hopefully I'll be back stronger soon. Thank you all for watching this video, and if you've made it to the end, I applaud you. That's really cool. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.